This is video and pictures taken on a day trip to Belfast from Cairnryan with Stena Line for £35 return. The cost included a coach trip from the ferry terminal at Belfast to Belfast city centre, dropping off in the High Street. On this occasion I took a walk across the river to the Titanic quarter. This allowed just about enough time to do this walk before catching the coach back to the ferry terminal later in the evening. To celebrate 10 years of filming in Belfast, Tourism Ireland created 6 huge stained glass windows, each depicting the most famous families, characters and scenes from the Game of Thrones, which was filmed in Belfast, Northern Ireland. A window was unveiled after each episode of the final season, with each window representing a different theme. The 6 windows form a 1.8 mile trail across the city, starting at Belfast City Hall and ending at Titanic Slipways, next to Titanic Studios, which for 10 years was home to iconic sets in the Game of Thrones series. The Great Hall of Red Keep with the real Iron Throne. The SS Nomadic is a former tender of the White Star Line, owners of the Titanic. Launched on the 25th of April 2011 in Belfast. The ship is now displayed at Belfast's Titanic Quarter. She was built to transfer passengers and mail to and from the RMS Olympic and RMS Titanic at Cherbourg, and is now the only surviving White Star Line vessel in existence today. The White Star Line, which was the owners of the Titanic, was later taken over by Cunard. In the Alexander Graving Dock lies HMS Caroline, a unique survivor. The ship was built in Birkenhead in 1914. She is a light cruiser, one of only 3 remaining major warships that served with the Royal Navy during World War I. and the sole survivor of the Battle of Jutland, the greatest naval battle in history. Caroline was built for speed. Her job was to hunt for enemy submarines and torpedo boats, protecting larger battleships from attack. Caroline was brought to Belfast in 1924, where she was converted by Harland and Wolff shipyard into a floating base and drill ship for the newly formed Ulster Division of the Royal Naval Volunteer Reserve. Caroline remained commissioned in the Royal Navy until 2011, when the National Museum of the Royal Navy assumed day-to-day responsibility for her. The ship is over 100 years old, yet she has survived remarkably intact. Following sensitive repair, conservation and restoration, she is normally open to the public. But following the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus, the ship has been closed to visitors and will hopefully reopen again in 2021. At the time of my visit, moored inside the docks was two of Viking Ocean Cruise Line's vessels, berthed inside the dock with a shutdown of the cruise industry following the virus pandemic. Seen here is Viking Sky, with one of her sister ships, the Viking Sea, seen moored behind. This ship, the Viking Sky, very nearly became a modern-day Titanic. When on the 23rd of March 2019, the ship was en route southwest from Tromsø to Stavanger in Norway, in strong winds and rough seas, with 15-metre high waves. The ship suffered a loss of oil pressure, resulting in an automatic shutdown of all of her engines, and the vessel started drifting towards land. Passengers were taken off by helicopter. Then on the 24th of March, after 3 of the vessel's 4 engines had been restarted during the night, evacuation had stopped and the ship was able to get underway and headed for Molde in Norway. 479 people had been airlifted off the ship during 30 helicopter trips. 16 people had been taken to hospital, 3 of them suffering from serious injuries. The Accident Investigation Board of Norway opened an investigation, including why the ship sailed despite storm warnings having been issued. The accident investigation report concluded the reason for the engine failure was that the boat's movements caused problems with the supply to the lubricating oil pumps, which had stopped.